Principle 1. Master the courage to interrogate reality. Every single person in the company owns a piece of the truth. Share your perspective, your truth. Consider those within the company being assigned to the various colors on a beach ball. Depending on the placement of the color, context and perspective shift. To be fierce, you must be open to sharing and the sharing of others. Consider the following questions when taking on this endeavor. What are my goals? What issues am I avoiding? How often do I find myself, just to be polite, saying things I don't mean? What has been the cost to me? My company? If nothing changes, what are the implications to me, my company, and our clients? Our context determines how we experience the content of our lives. Your context or beliefs influence your behavior. Your behavior produces results. For others to understand and for you to be your most productive self, this requires you share your experiences, speak your perspective, your truth. A problem named is a problem solved. Interrogate reality as a company. There is a series of problem-solving steps that value all participants and generate positive outcomes. Step 1. Preparing an issue for discussion. Include identification of the issue, significance, ideal outcome, relevant background information, steps already taken, option being considered, and help wanted from the group. Step 2. Send the invitation and expectations. Consider, who should attend the meeting based on the issue for discussion? What are the goals of the meeting? Step 3. During the meeting. Realize the meeting is a conversation. Facilitate discussions surrounding the issue. Then, listen and hold each participant accountable for sharing their perspective, their truth. Step 4. Wrapping up the conversation. Next steps. Each participant individually writes what they would do in the position of the leader. Participants share out with no further discussion. Leader summarizes what was said as to ensure all voices were heard and shows gratitude for the input. Principle 2. Come out from behind yourself into the conversation and make it real. Open the curtain. Do not fear real conversations. It is the unreal conversations that bring harm to organizations and personal relationships. Successful relationships require that all parties' views are recognized. Standing up for what you believe and expressing your true emotions is not a sign of selfishness. Avoid becoming part of the machine that holds the curtain in place. Authenticity is not something you have, it is something you choose. Own your part. Free yourself. Number 1, write down what you feel about yourself, your life, your work. Keep it short, but try to capture your thoughts and emotions. Number 2, write down key aspects of what you desire in the future. Where am I going? Why am I going there? Who is going with me? How will I go there? Number 3, list the fierce conversations you will have to have with others. These will include conversations you will have avoided in the past or topics that need addressing and problems that need solving. Number 4, have a fierce conversation with yourself before you begin having those conversations with others. Having a conversation with yourself. Number 1, identify your most pressing personal, professional issue. Number 2, clarify the issue. What's going on? How long? How bad? Number 3, determine current impact. How is it impacting me? Others? Emotions? Number 4, determine future implications. If nothing changes, what will happen? Number 5, examine your personal contributions to the issue. What is the problem and how have I contributed to it? Number 6, describe the ideal outcome. If issues are resolved, what difference will it make? What results will I enjoy? Number 7, commit to action. How and when will I take action? It is better to fail at your own life than to succeed at someone else's. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Be here, prepared to be nowhere else. Fierce Conversations, Principle 3. There is so much more to listen to than words. Listen to the whole person. Common mistakes in one-to-one conversations. Doing most of the talking, taking the problem away from someone, not inquiring about feelings, delivering unclear messages, coaching, instructions, canceling the meeting, allowing interruptions, running out of time, assuming your meetings are effective. A mineral rights conversation. What is the most important thing for us to talk about? What's going on relative to this issue? How is it impacting you? Who else is affected? If nothing changes, what are the implications? How have you contributed to this situation? What is the ideal outcome? What is the most potent step you can take to begin resolution? In these digging out reality or mineral rights conversations, my secret rule is to only ask questions until I have dug out all I can. The practice of taking the conversation away from people and making about ourselves is a huge relationship killer and waste of time. Be present. One of the fiercest conversations you can have is to tell someone how important he or she is in your life, how much you value them. Principle 4, tackle your toughest challenge today. The undiscussables, the unspoken rule for business, family, group members of what we can or cannot talk about. What is needed? Fierce conversations. Every business, organization, and family has one common thread: people. And with people, we get what we tolerate. Communicate the behaviors you want to see, not only the outcomes. Feedback is important. Feedback done well allows us to grow, learn, improve. It shines a light into an area we hadn't noticed before. Never utilize anonymous feedback. If anonymity is present in any significant quantity, it will poison the system. Trust requires persistent identity. Give feedback. Contemplate your reality. Provide context. Avoid loaded words. Explore the other point of view. Receiving feedback. Explore the other perspective. Listen to the specifics. Do not interrupt. Ask for clarification. Paraphrase what you heard. Commit to action. Just say thank you. Confrontation versus feedback. A confrontation is still a conversation. Make effectiveness more important than comfort. Contemplate your reality. Provide context. Number 1, name the issue. Number 2, select a specific example that illustrates what you want changed. Number 3, describe your emotions about the issue. Number 4, clarify what is at stake. Number 5, identify your contribution to this problem. Number 6, indicate your wish to resolve the issue. And number 7, invite your partner to respond. Consistently let people know what they are doing well to reinforce the behaviors and build emotional capital. Principle number 5, obey your instincts in fierce conversations. One of the most valuable things any of us can do is find a way to say the things that can't be said. Be 100% present in a conversation. Be aware of everything that is occurring in that moment. Be aware of both your public and your private thoughts. Don't keep important thoughts private. They help us to learn and make better decisions. Takeaways. 1. A careful conversation is a failed conversation. 2. During each conversation, listen for more than content. Listen for emotion and intent as well. 3. Act on your instincts rather than passing them over for fear that you could be wrong or that you might offend someone. 4. Make stillness a discipline. When you take a moment to be still, underlying truths can surface, pointing you toward the right action. Fierce conversations, Principle 6. Take responsibility for your emotional wake. There are people who take the heart out of you, and there are people who put it back in. For the leader, there is no trivial statement. An emotional wake is what people remember about you when you were gone. These emotional wakes are far more powerful than we may realize. Emotional wakes often determine the story that is told about us. Stump speech. Where are we going? Why are we going there? Who is going with us? How are we going to get there? You must extend to others what you want to receive. If you seek feeling understood, you must offer understanding to others. If you want to be listened to, sincerely listen to others. Technology and emotional wake. Technology is wonderful, but it amplifies the risk of being misunderstood. Our thumbs have become grafted to our cell phones. A recent survey showed that the average person spends approximately 23 days per year staring at their cell phone. What could we have been doing instead? Refreshers. In any important relationship, there is no trivial comment. Give to others what you want to receive. Live the principles you intend on learning. To deliver the message without the load, clarify your intent. Aim for the chopping block. When you get triggered, become a crucible, a strong, resilient vessel in which a profound change can safely take place. Complete the conversation. Principle 7. Let silence do the heavy lifting. There is a Native American saying that translates, "Where in your life did you become uncomfortable with the sweet territory of silence?" In Principle 7, Susan Scott points out the importance of talking with someone versus talking at someone. When is silence in conversation not beneficial or appropriate? Number 1, what do I know? She's the expert. Number 2, no use saying anything, he doesn't care what I think. Number 3, I have no idea what needs to happen here, so it's best to keep my mouth shut and pretend I'm tracking. Number 4, nothing I say will make any difference. Number 5, she's just going through a hard time, just needs to talk. I have thoughts, but she won't want to hear them. Number 6, I'm bored, fatigued, and patient with this person. I'll adopt an attitude of polite indifference and hope it's over soon. Scott recognizes that many people are uncomfortable with silence or long pauses in conversation. This tends to be a cultural norm in the United States, as it has been studied and noted that Chinese are much more likely to utilize silence and pauses in conversation comfortably. These rationalizations cause our conversations and our relationships to slide away. We are tuned out rather than tuned in. Reality is not interrogated. No learning is provoked. Tough challenges are avoided, and the relationship is not enriched. Nothing memorable occurs. When practicing Principle 7, you will experience the volume of letting silence create spaciousness in your conversations so that you and your partner can check inside and look for what is authentic and useful. Thoughts on silence. Silence allows us to reflect on basic beliefs and paradigms regarding a particular issue before moving to options and strategy. Silence allows everyone in the room to participate fully. Silence is the best kept secret for generating family dialogue. Silence allows us the space in which to focus on the cause, not the effect. What is silence trying to teach us? It is teaching us how to feel, how to think further. Silence allows us to scan our heads and hearts for ground truth.